Yet another awesome aspect of this course is finding out more about stars. Not just the patterns that the stars make in the sky, and we call them affectionately different constellations, but the nature of the stars. And actually, as you might imagine, stars, we don't deal with how close the star is. We don't deal with miles or kilometers. How far is it to a star? We deal with light years. And light years is a great way of dealing with cosmological distances to stars and galaxies and the size of our universe, etc. So here I have, in case you didn't know, this is Buzz Lightyear down here. But a light year, you might think of year. A year is time. So how do we take a year, a time, and turn it into a distance? Well, I kind of actually kind of describe, if we turn on a flashlight, we think that that light actually goes from the flashlight to us instantaneously. But as it turns out, it takes that light a certain amount of time to get from point A to point B. Now, if we go ahead and make the time it takes to get from A to B, if we make that 1 year, so like you turn on your flashlight and a year later somebody over here sees it, then that beam of light has traveled what we call 1 light year. That's the distance, 1 light year. So here's kind of how this would work. The other day we were out in lab and I could not remember how close the moon was to the Earth. Somebody asked. Here's the moon, okay, and here's the Earth. And in terms of light, it takes light 1.29 seconds to go from the moon to the Earth, or from the Earth to the moon, same diff. So there's that 1.3 seconds or so delay. Now, with regard to the sun is farther from the Earth, and so it takes 8 minutes. So we say that the sun is located 8 light minutes from the Earth. Mars, okay, all those spacecraft that are actively checking out Mars, it takes 12.7, almost 13 minutes for radiation information to go from the gizmos for light, for example, to go from Mars to the Earth. So we say that the Earth is, that Mars is located about 13 light minutes away. So now here's a look at a star called Proxima Centauri, which actually has been in the movies. It's been in the news some too. Proxima Centauri is our closest star. It's in the constellation the Centaur, and we don't actually see that here in the northern hemisphere, but that's the constellation it's in. So Proxima Centauri is located 4.3 light years away. So the light that we're seeing from Proxima Centauri left 4.3 years ago. I just think that is so cool. All right, to kind of put things in perspective then, dealing with we're going to be talking more about galaxies, but this is the Milky Way galaxy, and as it turns out, we are about halfway between the edge and the center of the Milky Way galaxy. So this says out to the other side of our galaxy is about 52,000 light years away. So we're going to see actually our galaxy is about 100,000 light years from side to side. So that's kind of putting a distance of a light year in perspective.